The MADE program is a multidisciplinary Australian and Danish exchange for students of engineering, architecture and design.
I think the greatest thing was just being surrounded by all these people to learn all the different perspectives that we don't normally get in that sort of university context.
So when you're working in a multidisciplinary team, it's, you're having to grapple with other ways of thinking and other ways of working, but also how you're presenting your own process to other people and how you can make them understand your own processes of working.
Just a few images to kind of show you what they've been gone through the last weeks.
There's a strong relationship between Denmark and Australia, and Copenhagen and Sydney have several similarities.
I mean, both Sydney and Copenhagen is transforming their waterfronts, and that way it was a common theme.
They're both harbour-side cities that have experienced a growth spurt in development and population.
I mean, this is how the whole thing started. They came here directly from Australia to Mallorca.
The students have been in Denmark for 6 weeks. It's February and it's cold.
Nice Copenhagen weather.
Nordhavn is a former industrial area of Copenhagen. The students' project is to take a warehouse space and do designs for its redevelopment.
We chose to give the students this building because it's a scale where both the engineers and the architecture students immediately could dig in.
They'll do designs taking into consideration environmental sustainability, cultural heritage and public space to form a new mixed-use facility.
What role does landscape architecture or engineering or architecture play in the process of making the world?
I think a lot of time in the workforce you don't understand why certain decisions are difficult or why certain processes take so long.
After an intense 6 weeks of study trips, masterclasses, mentoring and just plain hard work, the students are finally ready to present their project.
We are in a few minutes we're going to see what you made and we are very curious.
There wouldn't be this need to explore multidisciplinary design if it was easy.
You have looked very kind of dedicated but also tired, angry, using any kind of faces. And this is, I think, due to this ambition which is in this MADE project, which is to do a multidisciplinary project.
You can have extended discussions for hours and hours on little things that you don't communicate on the same level. Our building is right here, which is on the island of Sundmolen.
So yeah, definitely the first week was a lot about sort of finding out how each other worked, and then sort of after that the sort of ideas kind of started to meld together. We've each got our own kind of thing in the back of our mind, and then there's a project that we're all sort of looking at sort of with that in the back of our mind, but we're all sort of going towards the one thing.
Always trying to be on the same page was so difficult, and even when we thought we were on the same page, we often weren't. So just all trying to stay together on the same path. So from that big brainstorming process, we've narrowed these things down into more concrete programs, and we came up with 3 main flexible spaces.
So the ideas of fixed spaces and flexible spaces extended into how we considered our heating strategies.
This dialogue between everyone, trying to mix and match this Jenga puzzle, and I think we found the way.
Yeah. We probably sort of started off in our own sort of streams with our own language and that kind of stuff, and then they sort of came together and amalgamated into this.
The first flexible space would be the community hall, where you could have like community meetings, dance recitals, art shows, the school fair, or whatever.
The heart of the residential area, right in the centre of the building, surrounded by residents.
So we recognised that there was a huge opportunity, especially on this side, to add in capacity for new functions.
Everyone was very impressed, and those students will now become alumni of the program and contribute to architecture, engineering and design for years to come.
I wish you all the best luck in Australia and good luck to you in the future. Thank you very much.
I absolutely think that this project changed the way that I work.
You're confronted with your design process because you're having to explain it to other people and involve other people.
I think before you work in a multidisciplinary team, those concepts are kind of generalised, or you make assumptions about what it would be like, whereas once you do it, you actually understand that it's things as simple as the language and the terminology that are speed bumps when you're discussing ideas.
I think having the opportunity to sort of learn and work together has been a really great stepping stone from which we can all begin our careers and start to tackle some of these issues.